Spider-Man, radioactive Spider-Man. Anybody watching the Disney Plus animated series of Spider-Man? Because that's the song from it. Now, beginning of the comic had the greatest introduction I've ever read of a comic book. I was so well informed and reminded of how things went down in the last issue 2 weeks ago. Miguel O'Hara is in here and he's finally featured more better than he was before. We still kind of don't know what's been going on in 2099, but he has come back because of the clairvoyant. It's what I think it is. Clairvoyant is setting up things for the future. Something's up. We'll leave it there. Is it intriguing? Yeah, it's intriguing. I don't want to have to read 7 different 2099 titles. We're kind of full on the tie-in stuff. We had the Hunted event. We had the tie-ins for, what did he do? That sucks that I can't remember. It was Absolute Carnage, which he kind of tied in with. And then there's this 2099 thing that you kind of got to read along with. Not a fan of the Amazing Spider-Man being used that way. But that device that he has, the clairvoyant thing, if it does get successful and then it is the new Spidey sense, basically, artificial Spider sense, that's the end of comics as we know it. So right away, the stakes are out the door. I know that this won't be a fully functional radar of trouble, and if it is, it won't last long, because in comics, that's what happens. We don't need it anymore. It's like what Civil War 2 was all about with Ulysses, right? Not a fan. Not a fan of Dr. Doom dying either, getting shot. I was outraged when I saw this part of the comic book. Lord Doom has been shot. 2 reasons. He's too strong to get shot. Second reason, he's got an ongoing series. He can't be dead. And I was preparing my argument. Yeah, I did read the rest of the book. I'll get there. I was so mad and was ready to shoot on this. Thank you, Spider-Man. Thank you, Spider-Man, for being smart. You're a smart character, right? It's a Doombot. Everything's a Doombot with this guy. Nick Spencer came through. It was a mask. And then Dr. Doom starts talking. He was playing possum. You got to imagine what he's thinking. Chess moves. I'm going to be killed? Fine. Let me just stay out of the way. And let's see. Whatever you wanted to accomplish, you needed me out of the way. Sort of like if you're reading Captain Marvel. What happened to Thor? I shouldn't spoil another comic in a Spider-Man comic book. But we needed Dr. Doom out of the way so that this villain or whoever was paid to snipe can get along and do their plan. So Dr. Doom says, fine, I'll pretend I am dead. And when the time comes and I see, oh, this was the moment they needed me dead for because I would have interrupted, I'll interrupt there and I'll get my way. Or even if he doesn't get his way, he'll make sure the enemy doesn't get their way. So this was a cool, fitting thing that Dr. Doom would do, that Spidey would do. And Miguel O'Hara, I don't know nothing about you, but you were talking some sense. It looks like the future is always changing. That sounds like Marvel doing rehab, cleaning up something, because 80 years from now will be 2099. Peter Parker is not going to be gone for that. He survived all this time. He'll be, there's a 10, 11 year now. 11-year sliding time scale, as I call it. By the time we get to year 2099, I won't be alive. I don't know. I won't be reading comics. No, I don't know that either. Man, I might live, who knows. But by the time if 2099 happens, Spider-Man won't be Miguel O'Hara. It will be Peter Parker. So maybe this story of, yo, we're still your future. I'm talking about time travel. See, that's why I'm tongue-tied right now, because I'm talking time travel. I'll just say that time travel is complicated, and they're uncomplicating it with this. And I'm a fan of that cleanup. I was gonna get into it. Nope, I know better. Time travel's effed up. Amazing Spider-Man wasn't effed up. Good comic book. Subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up the video. Leave a comment and engage with me. Share the video. Download the video. Report the video. No, don't do that. Please don't.